Hey everyone, Cuddlecraft back, and today I'm playing some Napoleon Total War. This is a 1v1 France versus, it's AI, but it's expert AI, so it's okay, it's decent. France versus Portugal, and I'm gonna go ahead and go through the army comps. So I'm bringing 2 dragoons and some lancers on this side. Have some National Guard, Fusiliers, some Polish Legion, Swiss Foot, few regiments of Fusiliers in the center. I have the 18th Regiment of the Line, the Brave, that's their nickname. I have some Old Guard, the elites of the French army. I've got some more Old Guard in the center. I have some 6-pounder foot artillery. And then I have some more dragoons and some more lancers and some Dutch Guard lancers even. So some elite cav, and that I have my general in the center. And this battle is a insane back and forth battle. Like, what a great, it's a for AI, if you like consider the fact that I'm playing against AI, then it's a great battle. So the AI, they're bringing some Cazadoras, a few Cazadoras, which are like skirmishers. They're like rifles. They really need to make a Napoleon II Total War. I would buy that like right when it came out, because there's not much diversity in this game, because the Portuguese, they have militia, Cazadoras as is their rifles. They have a general staff. I think they have 3 different types of artillery, grenadiers and infantry. That's like, and then they have Portuguese cav, and I think they have an elite cav. I think they have dragoons as well. I don't know. No, they just have Portuguese cav, which, I mean, yeah, I think they have the same amount of artillery as all the other factions, except a few factions, like Russia, they have the Unicorn, but they have just really no infantry. But yeah, they really need to make a Napoleon II, or even an Empire II Total War. That'd be great. So, I'm playing really aggressive here. I'm keeping my general staff back, but I'm moving 3 cav on either side, 3 cav regiments. My plan really was to move my artillery, where is that spot? My artillery right here. I'd have infantry on either side of it, then I could hold right there, and then have some infantry hold in the center with this really cool, this is a really cool map because it has this like lake in the center, and you can't move troops through it. You can see under there, it's like you can't move troops through there. They would just drown, because like they would sink because of all their equipment. So you have to really just play on the flanks, and this is basically the center of the map. A lot of people consider this, or either this side, the center of the map. I kind of consider this right here. It's a pretty good, if you can capture this village, you'll be pretty good, but I'm not gonna go for that. Main reason being, they have more artillery than me. They have 2 12-pounder foot artillery. I only have a 6-pounder foot. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use artillery. I didn't bring that much artillery, mainly because this map is really bad with artillery. Now howitzers are different because they shoot at an arc, but normal, just standard artillery, they don't really shoot in an arc. They shoot in just barely at an arc. Like, that's a howitzer shot. So they must have a oh no, that was just a 12-pounder foot artillery shot. You see it, like, some of them will make it over, but most of them just ricochet off like one of these cliffs or this huge hill. and then they'll bounce in the air. So it's not really good to have that much artillery. So the reason I'm bringing this artillery is because I don't want to push any more aggressive than this point. I'll move a little bit up this way, but then I'm using the hill as cover right now from his artillery. You can see I'm flanking my cav around this flank to try and target his artillery because he only has one cav unit on them. He's moving in some of his lights and some cav like early on to try. I guess he's just trying to see how I'm really gonna play this. You can see my Fusiliers were up here, but I decided to fall back. I'm playing like really passive aggressive right now. I'm playing aggressive in scenarios that I really like. Like, I have to really like the scenario to play aggressive. I'm not just gonna play super aggressive bayonet charge and everything. Like, I'm trying to play it safe, and this is a big mistake by me. My Lancers, I left out in the open, and he gets a nice cav charge on them. And Lancers are good for charging, but they're not good at tanking charges. And I was so focused on the center, trying to form up, that I didn't see this until it was too late. And yeah, Lancers can't really win close quarters fight. The reason Lancers were a thing were to really charge infantry. That's what they really wanted to use Lancers for. And they're also good at charging cav, but they were good because infantry could the infantry had bayonets and the cav had swords, which means the infantry could just stay back and it didn't have to get super close, and they could just poke the horse. I say poke the horse. So that's why they invented pikes, or pikes for the cav, lancers for the cav, so they could fight at a longer range. And then you can see now, I noticed that because it gave me the notification that my troops routed, and now I'm just charging my troops down, my cav down here, to try and make sure they break. Because you can see, if they don't have a banner or like a flag over their infantry, that means they're like shattered and they're not gonna come back. But broken units sometimes can come back. But then I noticed that they're right by the red line, so once they cross the red line, they don't come back. But a really good start for him, for the AI. So we'll see how that plays out. Nothing much really happening on this side. Sorry for the sound, there's a sound glitch. I'm trying to figure it out, but my sound just doesn't work. So we're gonna have a silent battle. So, sorry about that. I've got my artillery set up right here. Not the best angle. There's kind of like these trees blocking it and these cazadores. The AI, there's a problem with the AI. They push in the lights too close. The AI, like when they made this game, the AI was really bad. So that's why Napoleon or Empire 2 could be really good, because they can add in new tactics with the AI. Oh, the officer almost got a kill with his pistol. The drummer's just sitting there playing his drums, just like, I want to go home. So yeah, we repelled his charge. I didn't bother forming square. I mean, I probably should have, but I mean, we like took out so many of them at range. Just a little bit of skirmishing right now. I'm just shooting at his routing troops. You can see right here, I'm charging my cabin because I noticed he left his artillery out in the open, and I'm just like, well, if I can charge his cav over here, I'm also charging his cav over here to try and take out this artillery. But I don't know what happened, but they're just sitting here watching the other unit die miserably. So he's got some grenadiers pushing up. Yep, there they go. Just knocking out my cav. Grenadiers aren't even made for gun fights. They're meant for melee, really. They have guns, but they're better at melee. So yeah, my regiment over here is just dying. This cav charge looking pretty good. Yeah, we knocked out their artillery. A lot of confusion in the center. I'm firing at his Cazadoras. Right here, we rout some of his grenadiers, which is good. But he gets a nice flank. He routs my National Guard because they're just National Guard, just like militia. And I didn't notice until I like moved my camera over here to look what was going on. And then, yeah, it was too late. By the time I managed to notice, they had already routed. And then once I saw that they were routing, I knew this was bad because I was looking over here to try and find my cav. It was confusion. That's the thing I like about this map, is there's just so much stuff. There's so much terrain and like it forces different fights than normal because you can't line up in just a straight long line here. You have to you have to consider the terrain and all your moves. And right here, since I saw like 3 regiments right here, Fusiliers, they're out of formation. I don't know what was happening there. Oh yeah, I was trying to reform. I was trying to outflank these Cazadoras, but then turned out to be bad. So I've knocked out this side. He didn't really push anything on this side, so I'm moving my old guard out on this flank. I've got my artillery. Still haven't unlimbered yet. I'm reforming right here. There they go. And right here is just chaos. Like, my troops did come back from routing, but I didn't notice it until later on. And I have to fall back. I cannot hold right there. I'm just gonna have to keep on falling back. And this really helped me because I didn't have to hold this center. I could just fall back and fight on either side of it. So I'm holding right here, trying to hold my ground. I could have probably held right here, but then in a few seconds I'm gonna bring my general up to try and inspire these regiments right here. Really bad formation with me. I probably shouldn't have cared about these Cazadoras right there. I could have moved these Fusiliers up. I'm falling my artillery back. My old guard is falling back. Yeah, I have to fall back. This side I don't really have to fall back, but I don't want to. He's pushing up so many troops over here, and I don't think I can hold that. He gets a nice flanking volley on my old guard before they get the cover. I don't know why they weren't running. I just told them to run right when I said that. But I'm falling my artillery back to right here so I can have my troops guarded. I'm falling back over here. I really need to fall back further over here. I'm trying to get my general in range without being right in the fight. I'm moving my Fusiliers back, but they're getting just, yeah. That was that. My National Guard is moving back over to outflank these guys. But right here, when these Fusiliers routed, I needed to fall back on this side. Fall back, try and just hold out right here. I'm getting my general up to try and inspire these troops. We'll see in a few seconds once their morale drops. I've got my old guard. This is a real problem for me. I'm charging my cav. They were routing, but they came back. I'm charging them in the back of his infantry, but he managed to turn around, which means that excuse me, it means that their bayonets were facing forward, and it gives like the infantry a bonus against cav charging head on charging head on to their bayonets, but kind of scattered them a little bit. Right here he pushed hard. That was hard for me. My troops over here are holding, but these Cazadoras right here are just shrekking. They're destroying this flank, so I have to fall back again, try and reform. Look at that. My general inspires them. Then I'm going to move my general over here to rally these guys. I've kind of chain routed him a little bit, but they came back. The militia came back, so right here, taking heavy casualties. My old guard, I'm forming them up to fight this infantry. Yeah, we're losing a lot of men over here. I've got my general, like, pretty close to the fight. I have kind of surrounded these guys, but I don't know what the AI was doing. He charged in for a second. But I completely forgot about them. And this is one thing, they clumped up. And also, the, Cazadores are skirmishers, so they have longer range than my troops did, than my militia did. And then my militia started running down over here, and yeah, it just wasn't good. Then I try to reform them, but I walk them instead of running them. I don't know why. And yeah, just really just buying time and wasting their ammo. That's all I really did on this side with these militia. But hey, it wasn't that bad, because they've proven themselves pretty well. They held this flank off for a while to buy time for me to crush the center flank, but then this flank destroyed and they moved down this road to go back into the center. I'm really taking casualties on this side. Really depleted unit. You can see right here I'm reforming. I'm putting the brave in the thick of the fight. I'm just trying to swap these guys out. My old guard over here, they're fighting these enemies which are uphill. Not really a good angle. I mean, I guess they can kind of shoot them because the bullet drop and everything, but yeah, not the best angle. And this is really bad for me. I need to fall back right here. I need to fall back to this line. He's overwhelming me on this side, kind of. These guys need to be, like, formed up like this. I've finally told my artillery to shoot at these guys. These Cazadores are outgunning my Polish Legion. They're just out of range. And I didn't notice that until it was too late. There we go. I'm reforming. I'm trying to outflank these guys because I broke this center. But I need to fall these guys back. I guess I thought these guys were fighting, but they weren't. Yeah, there we go. I'm falling them back, but it's a little bit late. But my general is kind of inspiring them a little bit, even though he's, like, not using his abilities. These guys get shattered. I don't even know why. And yeah, this side, I just need to fall back here. Or I could just turn these guys and face this way. No, because now he's pushing. The AI is pretty smart. For expert, it's, like, smart, but it isn't good with, like, it doesn't know how to really face fights front on, but it knows if your troops are depleted and it needs to push hard on that side. If you put it on expert, if you put it on easy, then it just bayonet charges. That's not even a joke. It'll just bayonet charge. The silent muskets. Yeah, no smoke either. Something's wrong, like my graphics. It just limits my graphics to a certain amount. I'm moving my Fusiliers from this side over here now that I have my old guard. I'm trying to tell my artillery to shoot at these guys who just came back from... Oh, did you see that? All these troops just fell over. They all got hit by artillery. Jeez, that was intense. I'm just holding with the brave right here. They're holding. Trying to just really buy my old guard time to skirmish them down. I'm falling back on this side. He's overwhelming. I'm just trying to buy time, honestly, to get my general out of there. And really, we're losing troops fast. They're not coming back. And even if they do, it'd take forever. The morale is low over here. They're about to break. I'm just trying to get my general out of here. I just now run him. These Fusiliers, they've done well. They've fought hard. These guys, this Polish Legion lasted for a while. Like, they were doing pretty good. So, my general, I still haven't, he's still, like, kind of in danger. But what I really, okay, I've routed these guys. Now I need to just reverse this formation, basically. Form the other direction. Like, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get my general right next to my artillery and then form basically a shield around him with infantry. The brave right here, they're gonna hold. I'm gonna send this old guard unit. If I hold down space, you can really see the formation. This is a glitch right here, but what I'm going to do is want his militia returned, but he's running them over here, which is good for me. If he had pushed this militia up, well, they are low morale, but if they were high morale and he pushed them up, that'd be really bad for me. So you can see, in a few seconds, I'm gonna move the brave over here. I'm using my old guard to hold because they have better morale than the brave. And eventually, I'm going to move them over to this side right here. But right now, I'm just getting their reloads in. Because they haven't pushed hard yet. And I don't want to just have them right here. I want them to, like this. I want them to push aggressively. Get really close to my old guard. And then just surround them. And then possibly do a bayonet charge with the old guard. My artillery, I just limbered them up, honestly. They're not moving anywhere. I just don't want to get any friendly fire, and they wouldn't stop firing for some reason. Even the halt button wouldn't stop them. We shattered his cazadores. These guys need to be moving. I don't know what I was waiting on. I was probably waiting on this militia, but my old guard can take them. So, yeah, I'm pushing my old guard up even more, because I don't want to be out of... I don't want his cazadores to be able to skirmish my troops down. And he does this really, honestly, a pretty good push. Like, the AI was pretty smart. Excuse me. I'm moving the brave over here. I know I didn't say what, I'm just talking about what I would have done now, but you can see now I'm moving my troops over here, so that's why I pushed them up on this side. My general is getting, like, hit a little bit from, like, musket shots that missed the old guard. The old guard were really taking a beating here. Like, look at that. That's pretty bad. But it's not over yet. I'm trying to get them to shoot the brave because the brave have more troops and I don't want to lose the old guard. But it should be okay. So I'm going to move my troops around. I form my artillery up right here just to try and skirmish these guys down. I don't want... This is bad. His flank over here is going to be bad for me. So now you can see I'm forming square because I thought his general was going to charge, but I was like, why don't you shoot the actual general? Like, I don't care about honor. Shoot the general. But his general manages to get out of there. I think this is his general right here. My artillery there's kind of like a ridge right here. Haven't unlimbered them yet. I'm falling back right here, falling my old guard back. And this old guard had just defeated the militia over here. So now I'm going to push them up. What I'm going to do is these guys are out of ammo. They're like all out of ammo. And when your troops are out of ammo, you can just do a bayonet charge. That's it. Artillery has infinite ammo though. I don't know why they did that. Ooh, another general staff got shot. So I'm just going to bayonet charge. And how I'm going to do this, I'm going to bayonet charge. I do get a bit of friendly fire in the backs, but that's fine. What I'm going to do is now that I've bayonet charged, and I'm pretty sure infantry versus old guard. The old guard are the stuff. They're like the best unit in the game, probably. So you can see some canister shot firing here. These old guard run out of ammo. My artillery, I tell my artillery to stop firing right here, and now I can move all my troops to fire at this point. He does have some artillery left over on this side, but now I'm just moving all my troops to fire, to not really fire, but just melee his general stuff. And some weird stuff happened. Like, you can see my old guard just turned around and was like, nope. And I was like, no, you're charging. So then they turned back around. We killed his general. And now his general is routing. And all that's left is his artillery. And what I was going to do, I was like, okay, well, this is easy. Just charge the general into the artillery. But then I realized if my general dies in that fight, then all these troops could rout. Like, these troops, it says their morale is really high, but their morale is like really unstable. So if something small, like if the general dies, that's not something small, but the general dying can just shift their morale completely, and they could go into the red. So what I do instead is I just hold my general right here, and what I was going to do is I'm going to do a massive bayonet charge, but you can see these troops are very tired, and these two are winded, and I don't want to have to, I want them to be fresh, because I'm going to run them up to about I'm going to walk them until they get into canister shot range, then I'm going to run them. So I want them to be fresh, so when they get there, they'll be fresh. Because when you walk them, if it's on a flat surface, their energy doesn't change. But if you walk them on going up a slope, their energy goes down slowly. But if you run them up a slope, their energy goes down by a lot. So I'm trying to get them, these guys are fresh, and then I start to move out, and even me just moving my troops shatters them. So yeah, a close victory in the end, but a victory nonetheless. Let's check out the statistics. You can see he had the advantage a little bit, but since it was AI, it was probably I had the advantage a little bit. Because I'm not that good. Basically, kill's pretty good. I got a bit of friendly fire. I think that was just from that bayonet charge with the old guard. Let's see who got the most kills. Yeah, the old guard, obviously. They got the same amount of kills, but since these guys lost less, that's why they're at the top. Let's see, these guys did pretty good. Swissfoot and the Polish Legion, they were on the right side, they did really good. Yeah, our general, he did okay. National Guard doing pretty good. 27 kills is pretty good considering how cheap the National Guard are. But you do want more like 100. The Cav did okay. Honestly, Cav did pretty bad. And we had some Fusiliers that got 0 kills. But yeah, old guard coming out on top. Anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to leave a like down below. Comment if you want more videos. Subscribe for more videos. Actually, comment your favorite soup, okay? I want everyone that watches this to go down in the comment section and tell me their favorite soup. Okay, if you don't do it, I'll know. I can see the comments compared to the views, and I'll know. So, I'm just kidding. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, you already know, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.